And this morning's Scramble Flashback is brought to you by Downtown Stillwater.
Mark your calendars for the 24th Annual Downtown Stillwater Halloween Fest on Tuesday, October 28th. Hi, this is Amy Jo Fraser with Downtown Stillwater, and I'd like to invite you to join us for this free, family-friendly event featuring superheroes from 5 to 8 p.m. on Main Street. Did you know that this annual City of Stillwater event was ranked this year by USA Today as one of the 10 best Halloween costume parties? So bring your family to enjoy trick-or-treating, carnival games, music, food trucks, and the famous Halloween Fest costume contest. And don't forget to bring a canned good to donate to Harvest 2. For more information, go to downtownstw.com or follow us on Facebook. Hope to see you in beautiful, historic downtown Stillwater.
This afternoon, a little after 4 o'clock, it's eclipse time, right?
It is. And do you know what happens during a solar eclipse?
Well, tell me. She's doing a little bit of homework
I'm
here.
researching right now.
Well, you know what I really remember is in grade school having to make those little things, and you shield them up because don't look directly into it, and you had to do some construction paper stuff beforehand.
Yes, and it can damage your eyes if you look directly at it. So at the museum this afternoon, you can make a solar eclipse viewing box if you're interested in doing that. But actually what happens when we have this solar eclipse, 2 weeks ago, the moon passed through the Earth's shadow 2 weeks ago. And what we're going to see today is the moon's shadow cast on the Earth.
Okay, so the moon's shadow is, okay, and that's left of 4 here.
It's Wichita, Kansas is the optimal viewing location for the solar eclipse in the United States today. So if you're not in Wichita, Kansas, if you're in Stillwater, say,
we're pretty close.
Between 5 and 5:30 is about the time that it's optimal. Okay. But you know, it's very slow. It happens over about a 2-hour time period, so you can watch it gradually. But that's interesting. 2 weeks after the moon passes through Earth's shadow, the moon will cast some of its own shadow on Earth, and that's what causes the solar eclipse.
Okay. You know the song Moon Shadow?
I don't. Could you sing it for us? I
could, actually. It's a Cat Stevens song. And it goes, moon shadow, there's also Total Eclipse of the Sun, which is Kim Carnes.
Do you remember that one?
There you go. So
maybe you should have,
I could come closer to Kim Carnes because she's got that raspy voice. She also did Betty Davis Eyes. Do you remember that song?
Yes, I do.
You got Betty Davis Eyes.
Yes.
Anyway, that was her tribute to the 80s, I think.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I think Cat Stevens goes back beyond that. So,
yeah.
So this, now, who's going to be making these things this afternoon?
Well, we have our programming people, Debbie Williams and Carrie McKenzie, come up with these great ideas. And actually, we have a museum member who said, hey, we're having a solar eclipse. Are you going to do anything? This member was going to build a model for her children to help them understand what's happening. So
that's great.
Yes.
It really is, because as we've just proven, adults can learn from it, too.
Absolutely. It's amazing how much we really don't understand about ourselves, our bodies, and the world we live in.
I don't understand the solar system at all. It's neat what happens and the fact that we know it's going to.
Yes.
And what really is impressive is the fact that hundreds, even thousands of years ago, astronomers understood this stuff.
Isn't it incredible?
I mean, that's how they got places. And you're going, how could they figure that out without the equipment we have now, with just their brains? And they made their own tools.
Yes. My dad was a dentist, but he was also a dabbler in all things. He was just a very curious person. And so when I was about probably 10 or 12, he bought a mega telescope, like one of these on a tripod, weighs 80 pounds, and he poured concrete in the yard so that he would have a flat platform so that you could set it on. And then you had to put a red balloon on a flashlight, and we would go out in the middle of the night and he would show us this telescope, and you could see amazing things. And so that kind of opened up.
That is interesting. So
that opened up the world to me. The coolest thing was that we lived way out in the country in El Reno, and if you got that telescope focused just right on town, you could watch people go in and out of Hardee's.
That's funny.
But that really helped me understand the perspective, because I knew how long it took to drive into town, and then we were seeing them, and they were like life size. So it kind of helped.
You could watch Hardee's.
Yeah.